Well, I joined the Navy at the lowest level, ordinary seaman untrained. And because I wanted a break from school, so I thought I'd come in the Navy for a year or two and then go back to school. 36 years later, I retired, and then retired as a commander. Mandatory retirement when I got out was 55. Things were changing in the military. I felt it was time to go. The military offers a retirement course, so I immediately applied for that. And there was, different ways how you're going to reintegrate back into civilian society. So that was financial, career planning, and training. What type of training would you like to do? I had a desire to go back to university and become a teacher. Then when I was offered the package and that meant that I had to be released within 5 months. I just looked around and I said, well, I don't know. Well, I've been active since I retired. I never really went searching for anything. The situations arose, and so that keeps you involved. When I was building the house, well, I wasn't out too often. So when I finished, there was a bit of a void because I hadn't been doing anything for a while. So getting back into the workforce was enjoyable. I built the house in '96, and I was up in my workshop just puttering around, and I got a phone call from an American company asking if I would like to do some consulting work. I said, sure. And so then I started my own consulting company. This is our home, but this isn't our total social life. Well, some of the people I worked with, we became friends, and Judith and I. So, we still see them. I go to breakfast every Saturday morning with a group of men who have motorcycles. We enjoy the ride more than the noise. Yeah. I've met a lot of wonderful people when I've been on my motorcycle. Well, when you retire, if you're not going to work in another field, okay, you really need something that will keep you interactive with other people. Anybody who's retiring, they should plan on remaining active both mentally and physically. And mentally, a good way to do it is volunteering. I would do different types of volunteering. Well, I'm treasurer for the community hall and treasurer for the seniors group. I volunteer at Evergreen, the nursing home in Kentville, and become involved with Community Links. They were holding a people's school, what they call a people's school, in Kingston. Somebody had asked me to go down and attend it, and see what I thought. So I said, okay. So when I was there, one of the directors, the director that I replaced, asked me if I would like to, become involved with Community Links. Becoming president of the organization is just another cog in the wheel that makes the organization work. And I was doing way to wellness courses and instructing. The first course that I facilitated, they are still meeting. The course normally had between 12 and 16 people who never knew each other. And by the end of the 6 weeks, they were talking as though they were friends. I find that dealing with people is always a good challenge. And it keeps the mental side of your health intact. Not only are you doing good for whichever organization you're volunteering with, but you're also learning. And I think that's important, is that just because you retire doesn't mean that you stop learning. You have to be active, remain active. So whichever way you do it, then life marches on.